Get through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Jodes, you're an absolute mess this morning because you've forgotten your phone. What is going on?
I'm genuinely one day into the school year just I'm having this dialogue in my head where I'm going, how am I going to cope for the rest of the year?
Wearing your glasses around the wrong way as well and upside down. And she's wearing her headphones on her feet. How much per day do you look at your phone?
Oh, I'd hate to think, but you know how sometimes it pops up like how many hours a week you've done? That's
scary.
Horrifying.
Really scary.
It's like you've wasted like 6 hours of your life a week on your phone.
6 hours?
Yeah.
Sometimes 6 hours a day.
You?
A lot of people on Instagram.
What?
Yeah. 4 hours for Zoe on Instagram per day. A lot of people 6 or 7 hours on a bad day, on a slow day.
Yeah.
6+ hours on Instagram.
Jeez Louise.
Yes. It potentially is going to really affect human evolution in a few hundred years' time. Research has found that using our phones too much is ruining our bodies, giving us text neck and turning our hands and wrists into claws.
I don't know if this is incorrect or not, but someone was telling me that we're going to have, a school teacher was telling me that we're going to have a whole generation of kids with little horns growing out the back of their necks.
Really? And was that in drama class? Why are we getting horns?
I don't know. I hope it's not true. She said to Google it, which I haven't done yet because I'm horrified. But apparently all the kiddies are going to have little horns growing out the back of their spines.
That could be actually very, very cute. Smaller brains, hunched backs.
Not little pterodactyls.
Locked elbows and truly gnarly claws, all from too much tech. Tech neck is a situation where people using smart devices, even laptops, look down too long, causing their head to fall forward on their neck and increasing the load and weight on their cervical spine.
Oh, you call it tech neck, I call it a horn.
Yeah, maybe it is a bit of a horn. The most concerning one for me is the claw, though, as well. They're saying the claw because that's the shape of your hand when you're holding your piece of tech, when you're holding your phone.
Yeah.
So it's like a bit of a genuine claw, and all of a sudden, just give it 2 or 3 years and... That was Jody this morning when she realised that she'd lost her phone.
Walking around with my hands like all clawed up with a little horn coming out the back of my neck.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
The other thing as well is I can picture in 10, 20 years after you're absolutely just got so much tech neck and these claws have formed to such a degree that just Jody, just 2 claws coming up, just creeping up like Gollum and just giving a bit of this one.
Ooh, can I just have a little nibble of that?
Reaching out the claw. Get away from me, Gollum!
What are the 2 delicacies, life's little treats in my life?
This is very easy. Shower beers and Anthem's gone wrong.
Spot on, well done. How did you know? Right off the top of your head like that.
I just know. When you know, you know.
Do you know what? I got another failed anthem for you.
Brilliant.
Also, should we do it while enjoying a shower beer?
Yes, please.
Let's go. Jump in. Yeah, you're very, very welcome. Let me introduce you to Kinsley Murray.
Okay.
Who is an 8-year-old from the States who performed the national anthem just a couple of days ago before an NBA game. It seems to be it's always before an NBA game.
Always.
I don't know where they're scouting for these people to sing the national anthems, but I just enjoy this and let those patriotic vibes just really sink into your veins. It's so close.
Whoa.
Get it, Kinsley. There it is. There we go. You don't want to go viral for that.
The thing is, though, with Kinsley, she's dressed to the nines. She's got this gown on that her mother has sat there and bedazzled for years and years. She's got the ribbons in her hair. It's all there, except for the voice.
Yes, unfortunately, Mum couldn't sing for her.
Do you know the cool part is, though, at one stage when she tries for one of the high notes and she's like, and the rocket bells, say, and she punches the air. Like, I've nailed it.
She's trying to signal to the music gods, give me something.
I know.
Do you know what it is, though? It's a good excuse just to once again go through the timeline. Carl Lewis back in 93 before an NBA game.
See, and the Rockets, red flag.
And that's the best bit.
That sounds like your voice this morning.
Spot on. Just really battling for those little extra bits.
Yep.
But then, of course, the grand finale each and every time we talk of stuffed up national anthems.
Don't do it.
Can we?
Oh, no.
No, sure we can. Yeah, we absolutely can. All-star game a couple of years ago.
Oh, dear.
Fergie Ferg.
And the rocket's red glare that a flag was still
Here it is. Sometimes, though, just like a pearl in an oyster, beautiful things are formed out of genuine irritation. Like this remix.
Fergie.
Yes. Did you see this?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I saw it in the locker rooms when they're all dancing to it.
Now, oh, it doesn't get much better than this, ladies and gentlemen.
The thing about this story that I do love is that her ex-husband at the time, Josh Duhamel, who's the actor, basically came out after a couple of weeks and said, all right, boys, you've had your fun.
That's the fun. Guess what? People had even more fun because that fueled people even more and more. So thank you very much and welcome to the club, Kinsley Murray. Oh, it just makes your skin crawl.
Let's talk bats.
Yeah.
Finally.
Listen to them, just congregating,
This is-
plotting, backstabbing you.
This is why we're talking bats. Okay, so picture this, Andrew Hayes.
Yeah.
The scene is Brown Hill Creek this week. Bat flies into power lines. Boop, dead.
Oh, gross.
Carcass falls onto the ground. Yep. Boop. Still on fire. And then starts a blaze through the hills of Brown Hill Creek. Now, you might go, wow, a bat started a fire. Not uncommon, my friend. So, in fact, last year there were 55 instances of sustained bat outages affecting 72,000 customers.
Hang on, you're kidding. So
Who
this is
knew?
a genuine thing.
100%. But don't worry, because SA Power Networks are all across it. They've got strategies in place, you guys. So this on 9 News last night.
Fire Corps investigators today finding the charred remains of a flying fox, believing the animal came into contact with the power line, causing the fire as it hit the ground. Bats have become an increasing problem for SA Power Networks, which says the state's rapidly growing colony will likely cause more power outages this year.
We expect this to be our worst year for bat-related outages.
You feel like they know what they're doing too.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful to the bats. However, sometimes when you're doing a news story like that and you have to stand there and say bats will cause more power outages, sustained ones this year, you feel a bit silly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what about this? I've got some bat facts for you.
Oh, good.
So-
hang on a second. Go for it.
So since settling in South Australia over a decade ago, Botanic Park, you won't be surprised to hear, has become home to 46,000 flying foxes, also known as fruit bats, forming the state's largest mega bat colony.
There you go. I love it.
Whoa. And have you ever driven through the parklands at night when they all go on the move together? Whoa.
Oh, that is so disgusting.
But it's actually quite intimidating.
Yeah, because you can see there's enough moonlight where you can
Yeah.
see them.
Yeah.
And you see like the shadows and everything. It's the stuff out of horror movies.
Yeah, and you go, geez, the Joker's on the move.
Yeah.
Isn't he? What's
Yeah.
going on here?
Yeah. And that bat might just land in your hair and bite you on the neck and then boop, you're a vampire.
Yeah. So most of the outages occur in the early hours of the morning. So the young bats get tired, they're foraging for food, and they land on the electricity pole tops for a bit of a rest, and then boop.
Done.
Yep. Which begs the question on 13 24 10. What did the animal ruin? What did your pet ruin?
Yeah. Years and years ago, I used to have a couple of rabbits.
Oh,
Yeah, a couple of rabbits.
Is this back on the farm?
No, this is when I lived in Adelaide, and rabbits, absolute slaves for chewing through phone cords.
Oh,
Phone cords and phone chargers.
Yeah,
I reckon I went through about 7 or 8 phone chargers, and on one day, this particular rabbit, I've woken up in the middle of the night, and it was looking me dead in the eye, just chewing through this charger, and then as soon as it was done, scattered, left off. I know what you're thinking, why wasn't it in a cage? We basically had a couple of free-range rabbits.
no, that's not what I'm thinking.
No.
What I am thinking is, why did you have rabbits as pets?
Oh, I've got no idea. I had rats back in the day. We've had rabbits.
You've had
We've also,
rats?
Yeah, we've also had a guinea pig.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Is this because you were missing home?
I don't know.
Farm?
I don't know. Never again, though.
So Sid, our killer toy cavoodle, yesterday I caught her eating some of that silica gel. We had some stuff delivered, like some furniture. You know those silica gel packets. And then this morning she chewed through one of Harper's dummies, and so she was just dry reaching out the front. And I'm like, I can't deal with this. I'm just going to leave and go to work.
Yeah, that's gross. And lucky for Sid, she's only a tiny dog. If she was a big dog, she'd be in all sorts of outrageous stuff. I'm sure Tank and Tori
Yeah, Tank
have
and
done
Tori.
some damage.
A couple of sausage dogs just looking for trouble.
Yeah,
What have they
they've done
chewed
some
through?
damage. They have a thing for underwear that's been worn.
Classic. Yeah,
Love
that's a
to-
dog thing.
Yeah, that's a massive dog thing. Tank also chewed through a $120 MacBook charger.
Oh, no.
So that was fun.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Tank.
What else? Yeah, just random bits of stuff. Oh, a library book, and I thought I'd get away with it. So I borrowed a library book and Tank chewed a few pages, and I thought, oh, they won't know.
Nah.
So I sent it back, and then I got a bloody bill in the thing saying,
Yeah.
there's damages to this book. You owe us $100.
Yeah, what is it? Tank try and read it and then went, screw it, can't read it, just going to eat it.
I think he just didn't agree with the content in there, so he went, stuff this and ate it,
Yeah, right.
as he does
go.
with most things.
Yeah.
13, 24, 10. Get involved in this morning. What did your pet ruin?
Yeah, my dog used to always eat my homework. No, not really.
Please don't ever do that again.
Okay, sorry about that. We're talking, what has your pet ruined off the back of some rogue bats?
Yeah, so a bat has thrown a suburb into chaos. So it's flown into power lines at Brown Hill Creek. Boop, dead, on the ground because it was still obviously on fire. It
Yeah.
started a fire that has spread quickly. So this is my question though. Do you reckon the other bats, and there's 46,000 of them that live in the parklands,
Yeah.
do you reckon word spread?
Word has absolutely spread, and they have responded in unison via song. They sing beautifully too, by the way. Yeah. Good on them.
Yeah, really good. Almost sounds like Billy Joel. Do you reckon they're like, do you hear what happened to Kevin? Bloody power lines got him.
And they just beat their
Yeah.
chest like, he was a real one, that bat. Took one for the team. We'll show those humans.
Just watch out for power lines, guys. Like I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
Oh, it's a cautionary tale for all the bats out there, particularly those listening right now.
Yeah. 13, 24, 10. What did the pet ruin is the question. Good morning, Annie.
Good morning, Jodie, and your pet horse. How are you?
How did you know, Annie, that she was my fearless owner?
I like to stroke his mane every single morning. Go, come here.
It gives me a good brush.
As you would, yes, of course. Well, we had a Labrador cross who ate like a third of the back seat of the old Commodore station wagon.
Oh my
He
God.
just ate the whole lot. We had to put the kids on a cushion for years because we couldn't afford a new car.
Yeah. Sorry, that seat belongs to the dog now.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
won't have any other options.
That settles the old argument between the kids. Oh, I want to sit in the middle. Oh, I want to sit there. Well, you've got no choice.
The dog's sitting there.
The dog's Thank you, Annie. Let's go to Shane. What did the pet ruin?
Yeah, not as exotic as a bat, mate, but my little spoodle ate my passport a day before I was going overseas.
No. What did you do?
Oh, mate, I couldn't do anything, mate. I had to, postpone it to go to, another month afterwards.
So what you...
Dog's not stupid, mate. Wanted us to stay home with it.
Yeah. Very, very clever.
What's your spoodle's name?
Molly.
Molly. How did it get access to it is the question, Shane.
Well, it was on top of the suitcase ready to go for in the morning, the early flight. And then, meanwhile, she said, well, you're not going.
Yeah.
Well, Shane, dogs know. Dogs know when you're going away. The minute
Oh, they do.
our dog sees a suitcase, it goes absolutely cocoa.
Yeah, and incontinent normally.
I've been there with a dog or two, I'll tell you what. Our little Indiana who just passed away, completely incontinent.
She was so incontinent. But that was a sign that it was time, wasn't it?
Anything with oodle in it as well, impossible to get angry at.
Yeah.
Spoodle, moodle,
Yeah.
poodle, labradoodle,
Cavoodle.
cavoodle,
All the oodles.
all the oodles.
Thank you, Shane. Let's go to Andrew. What did the pet ruin, Andrew?
Hey, good morning, guys. I've got a puppy dog, and she got into the chicken packet and got the little plastic bit, the sort of absorbent thing at the bottom of the chicken pack, and ate that, and then did this giant kind of half turd, half vomit on our brand new carpet that we'd put in as part of a house renovation. But that wasn't really the main problem. The issue came that as part of the renovation, we also got one of those robot vacuum cleaners, and we didn't manage to get to the vacuum cleaner in time before it kind of ran over this horrendous mess and threw it
Oh,
a
my
giant
God.
turd tornado.
What an absolute disaster. What about, I think they're called Roombas, those little things, those little auto-vacs.
Yeah.
What about your Roomba for the first time, its first job in your new house?
Yeah.
Andrew, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, we needed a new room for a new rug and a new dog after that.
Oh, Andrew, was it one of those little silica gel packets? Is that what it was?
No, you know when you buy like a pack of chicken breast and it's got that absorbent kind of
Oh,
at the bottom of the
yuck.
Yeah.
It was big. Yeah. It was big.
Yeah.
That is intense.
Oh, Andrew, thank
Many
you,
thanks.
and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, thank you so much for your
that
calls.
RoboVac had one job to make things better.
Yeah, still in therapy as well. What about the little hybrid half turd, half vomit? Oh my gosh, what a combination. Jodes, I know for a fact that you're a fan of the great David Beckham.
I do like him.
And I know that you think that he's very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to tell me why you think he's hot.
Well, I don't need to do that, do I? Necessarily?
Yeah, absolutely. We can have an open and honest conversation. I'll start. The guy's got beautiful hair.
Yeah, he's got beautiful hair. If I had to put a label on it, I'd say eyes, legs, arms,
Pretty much
torso,
everything.
abs,
Yeah,
quads,
except his voice.
except for his voice. we all know the brief for David.
Shush, David. Shush, David.
David?
Yeah, look me in the eyes, but don't you dare speak.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
Turns out something else which is absolutely
David.
mind-blowing for David Beckham is his nipples.
What do you mean?
He's got perfect nipples by all reports.
What are you talking about?
So much so, the people, men over in New York, are getting the chop. Yeah, that's right. They're getting surgery to get their nipples to look like David's. Men are paying thousands to have their nipples reconstructed to look more like the soccer stars. And that's according to top plastic surgeons.
Are you telling me that people are walking into a plastic surgeon with a picture of David Beckham's nipples saying, those please, I'll have a pair?
100%. This is a thing. People want David Beckham's nipples. That's according to Mark Everett, who runs a clinic in Manhattan, New York.
Yeah.
He's now carrying out around one procedure every 2 weeks, which involves extracting breast tissue from underneath the nipples and sewing them back up to give a small appearance. It's being driven by a trend towards wearing more tight-fitting shirts, which make nipples appear more prominent. Beckham apparently has ideal nipples because they're very small and they're almond-shaped and they have perfect symmetry. Gorgeous nipples, aren't they? Just gorgeous. Look at them. They're tiny, though, when you analyse them.
I can genuinely say I've never analysed my own nipples to rate their level of attractiveness.
Do you know what?
I just never have.
If ever there was a time, let's do it. Do we? I can do this. I can show you my nipples.
Oh.
See my nipple there, and
Yeah.
just to describe this one, that's quite hairy around it, but they've calmed down. But I had breast buds.
What do you mean?
So if anyone knows what breast buds are, does anyone know what breast buds
Yes,
are?
I've got 4 girls. Of course I know what
I
breast
had
buds are.
So it's not overly common to males.
like
but-
you were budding.
Yeah, it's like your nipples get all swollen. They're
Yeah.
really sore when I'm about the
you?
age of 12 or 13.
Yeah, right.
Like you can't wear shirts
Okay.
because they're so sensitive.
Yeah.
But they eventually calmed down. But for a long time there, they were quite stretched.
Oh my God.
So when I saw the story about David Beckham, I was like, how much?
I can imagine when you're playing footy at Central Districts and the team meeting for the opposition beforehand. Right, Hayes.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we get to him? I've got it. Nipple cripple.
Yeah, nipple cripple. Get to him. Oh, no, he's just hanging off the back, rubbing his chest because his nipples are so sore. No, he'd calmed down by then, but at the age of 13, mate, really
Wow.
tough stuff.
Well, there you go.
A side note is what you can put your nipples away. Thanks, Jodes. Thank you. Thank you very much. But on that, get involved in this chat. I mean, text us through a photo. 0427 154 166. That's the SEN text line.
Kane's sitting there this morning. Kane's going, why is everyone sending me their
gonna pass
nipples?
out.
And why are these ones budding, Hazy?
I know. Is that what breast buds look like? Jodes, we've got a bunch of kids, and they've all got pretty, I'd say, consistent, strong names. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't veer off in any strange directions, did you?
No. Deliberately.
Yeah.
Or just on account of not wanting to get my kid bullied at school, you know?
Spot on. Spot on. So what about this little story that's emerged on Reddit? I'm going to read it to you, and it involves the naming of someone's daughter. It reads, so my 20-year-old cousin had a baby girl last month. She named her something so horrific, I cannot even call the baby it. She combined two names, I said two names, and came up with Harlot after her grandparents, Harvey and Charlotte. She didn't tell anyone the name idea until after she was named and the papers were signed. My mum burst out and said, "You named the baby a whore?" And my cousin started screaming. We are a loud family. But holy hell, this poor child, his name is Harlot. And if you look up what harlot is, did you know that?
Yeah.
A harlot, to be straight to the point, is the name for a professional dirty bird, if you know what I mean. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Well, it's news to me.
Haven't you ever watched any old westerns or anything like that?
No, I
You
haven't.
harlot.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. We have a Charlotte, but not a harlot.
Okay.
We will certainly be keeping the sh on the front of it.
And also, she's always a Lottie to me.
Yeah, no, she is Lottie.
Yeah.
She absolutely is a Lottie. But you've got to be careful, don't you? Particularly with when we were thinking of names for the kids, you've got to be careful as to what they mean, but also what can rhyme with the names.
Oh, yeah.
So they get teased.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to give you some examples?
Go on then.
Some names that probably just you don't even think about, but if you really get creative, kids can be so mean. For example, I mean, all the Janelles out there, it's not fair. Bad smell Janelle. That's what you'll get. So sorry about that, Janelle. Caitlin's as well. It's not going to work, isn't it?
Why?
I go, oh, there she is, not my mate Kate. Except for Kate Ritchie, of course. She's everyone's mate. Rebecca, and I know so many Rebeccas.
Me too.
And particularly for Rebecca is a bit of a naughty person. All of a sudden it's Rebecca the homewrecker.
Even though she's done nothing wrong.
She's done nothing wrong.
Rebecca didn't have an affair with your husband.
That's not fair.
Calm down.
And what about Hannah? We all know a Hannah or two.
Yeah.
Hannah the dumb spanner. Oh. Everyone knows one or two. Jess. Oh, look, there's Jess, the hot mess. Ruby as well. There's a Ruby here at works. It's
Rubies.
Yeah, Ruby works here at Nova. Lovely girl. Probably doesn't do anything and listen. All of a sudden it's Ruby. Ruby smokes a doobie. Soz about that, Rubes. But unfortunately as well, it applies to even the team here. I'm talking
Oh, no.
producer Zoe, newsreader Abby and yourself.
Uh-oh.
For example, you've got Toey Zoe.
Oh, yeah.
That's not fair, is it?
Yeah, she's always on the lookout, isn't she?
Yeah, it's not. That's really not fair. Also, you've got Scabby Abby. And then finally, this is concerning for you because you've got
Here we go.
Jody the Hody Wide Loady looks like a toady stealing my food, free Lodi. Although I don't mind Hody, and that would sound better, wouldn't it? Hody and Hazy.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
What the fork? Sometimes you look at things in everyday life and you go, what the fork is that about? For example, when newsreader Abby steals all the forks from our kitchen here and no one can find one.
Then you walk in and you're just like,
What the fork?
What the fork?
Yeah.
where are all the forks, bro?
Where are all of Exactly right. And, well, I had one yesterday.
Yeah.
That had you shaking your head.
This was absolutely outrageous. So we're having a little chat about what is Japanese culture, where in terms of shifting funds and all the sort of finance stuff, it's traditionally the woman's job. And then Jody came out with this.
Who does the budgeting at your house?
Husband.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because he's good at that stuff and he's a man who is very adept at a spreadsheet and that is sexy.
Yeah. Okay. Is it?
Yep.
There you go.
Anyone, if you're a bloke and you can use Excel,
Oh.
I probably want to jump you.
Wow. Wow, indeed.
What the fork?
What the fork?
Stand by it, because I think at the actual crux of that is when your partner does things for you that he genuinely or she knows that you hate doing. That is a real turn on.
Oh.
See,
Okay.
it's not so much the facts and figures and then the numbers side of things and the spreadsheet side of things.
Yeah.
It's more that he takes that off my plate and does it for me. He'll go to the accountant for hours and hours so I don't have to worry about a tax return. So good.
So I don't understand how that gets your blood flowing, get you all hot and bothered in a
Oh,
positive
yeah,
way.
it does, because it's your partner making sure that you're happy because they know how disinterested you are in all things finance.
Are you saying that when Greg when he comes out of the shower and he's holding his towel, but he's not holding, if you know what I mean, that doesn't impress you? How is that not impressive?
While he does the helicopter.
But if he turns up, he's like, oh, by the way, I've budgeted for the next year. I've done the spreadsheet and I've taken the laundry out. And Jody's like, take me now.
That's
I'm yours.
exactly how it rolls.
Oh my gosh, you ladies are confusing.
Okay, we're not confusing. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it, girls?
Absolutely.
So, like Ab said, the helicopter.
This is the difference between men and women right here, right now. So if you got something that former partner.
Very rude. very rude. But no, this is very much a thing. Little mundane things that your partners do for you that you're like, hello very much.
Yeah, come over here.
My ex, because I always have bobby pins, always.
Mm.
And anyone who wears bobby pins every day know you lose them everywhere.
Yes.
My ex used to collect them off the carpet and put them on the bedside table for me.
Oh, bless.
Oh, bless.
Sorry, that's a bit cute.
Jump your bones, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is really nice.
It is nice.
But we still hate him. So.
No, we don't.
No, we do not.
Little mundane chore, just picking up bobby
it's
pins.
nice. It's a nice gesture.
Yeah, right.
Please learn something by the end of this.
I'm taking notes. Don't worry about that.
Okay, producer Em.
I will preface this and say that this happens so very rarely, but when Michael loads the dishwasher, not only loads the dishwasher, but loads it correctly so that everything will get clean.
Yeah.
And no bowls are upside down so they collect with water. Oh, stunning.
And also, just to add to that, like they don't leave little bits of lettuce or corn to clog up the filter.
But that's what the dishwasher's job is.
No, it's not. It's not.
You have to clean the
rinse
filter.
it off.
Don't do its job for it.
Why do I have a feeling newsreader Abby's going to have a whole list of things that get you all hot and bothered on the domestic front?
Obviously, the General and I have just started seeing each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, hello, darling. The one thing that really gets me, is when he just starts the washing off his own back.
Oh.
Yeah.
He likes to wear suits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, when he goes and starts the washing, I'm like, hello.
I mean, he's a security peacock.
Yeah.
You've got to wear a suit
on.
when you're manning the door, aren't you?
Okay. I didn't see that with the General. I didn't think he'd be the type of operator that does his own laundry and stuff.
Well,
good on him. I'm
yeah.
impressed with that.
I mean, it's
geez,
only
I'm
new
starting to
though.
get
Is he doing it because it's only a new thing? Who knows? We'll see if it continues.
Yeah.
Okay.
So true.
So this is a genuine thing.
Yeah, 13, 24, 10. Those domestic things that your partner does that get you all hot and bothered aren't necessarily sexual, but oh my goodness.
Right, okay. Blokes, take note. Do you know what? If you're a bloke and you've got one as well, I mean, I'm in a very interesting situation in my life where I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 5-month-old.
Yes.
And I tell you what, we're getting to the stage where I tell you what's turning me on about my wife.
What?
Her existing. Yeah. Really doing some things for me.
So true.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
Yes. We're talking about domestic turn-ons this morning.
Speaking of things that feel good in a weird sort of way, it's those things that your partner does for you and they're not necessarily sexual.
No, they're not.
Goodness me, they get you in the mood.
Because you revealed that your beautiful husband, Greg, when he does a spreadsheet for you, well, I'll tell you what, that gets you all hot and bothered. Next thing you know, the kids are staying over at Grandma's.
Yeah. Yeah. Wanders up and goes, babes, I paid your car registration.
Guess what? I've just budgeted for the next 12 months. And Shaped is like, take me in your arms, Gregory.
Let's go to Nikita. Good morning, Nikita. How are you going?
I'm well. Good morning. How are you?
Good. Watch the fork get you going, even though it's just a domestic chore. What is it?
Well, it seems really little, but we've bought a new house, and as part of buying a new house was that my husband could buy a UV coffee machine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So every morning while I'm getting ready for work, he's off in the kitchen getting my lunch ready for work, my coffee, the radio's on.
Oh.
So he's probably listening to this right now.
Oh, what an absolute peach he is.
What's his name, Nikita?
Terrence.
Terrence?
Oh,
jeez.
Oh, Terrence is in the kitchen just whispering this to himself. Nespresso. Oh, say it again.
Do you know what? I bet you he looks like George Clooney as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got the salt and pepper look going. So,
Oh, gosh.
Well done, Terrence.
Heavenly.
Terrence
Well done,
knows exactly where his bread's buttered, you know?
Yeah.
Let's go to Jess. What are those things that get you going, Jess?
Hi, good morning. For me, it's when my husband notices that dog hair and does an impromptu midweek vacuum.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, we love that.
Jess, do you reckon he knows what it's doing to you, or do you keep that to yourself and just sort of let it arise on a special occasion?
given the frequency it occurs, I don't think he's twigged yet.
So we're teaching men something this morning. This is amazing. Eliza, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. What gets the blood flowing, so to speak?
So we have a beautiful golden retriever named Lola who has to do her business at like 1 a.m. every night.
Yep.
So whenever he just doesn't even ask me, gets up, takes her out, it's just, it's so attractive.
Because
I don't have to wake up at 1 a.m. He does.
Don't you think, Eliza, there's nothing worse than when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, I physically have to get out of bed and let the dog out to do its business. It's the worst feeling.
I love her, but at 1 a.m. I love her that little bit less when she has to go outside.
Yeah.
But he just does it, and it's beautiful, and it's so attractive.
So true.
There you go. Especially when Lola's getting a little out of hand. Calm down, Lola.
Georgie, what's yours, doll?
So I work, I'm a shift worker.
Yeah.
And my beautiful partner will use my pillow because my pillow is obviously much better than his when I'm away. But every single time when I come back, he's put a fresh pillowcase on it, and it still smells like beautiful linen. And I love that because I obviously wash my hair more than he does. And it's
gorgeous.
Big tick of approval.
That is so thoughtful and delicious.
Yeah, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I don't even know what the pillowcases are. That's bad, isn't it? Oh, my God.
You don't know where your linen cupboard is.
I think I know.
Oh, my God.
Oh, but also, I think in my single days, I'd probably be rocking a pillow with no pillowcase for a long time as well. I was a pig, all right, I get it.
And was it all yellow too?
Yes.
Yuck.
Extremely yellow.
You're disgusting. No wonder Cara wants nothing to do with you.
Horses don't need linen though.
That's true, because I
they're
sleep
out the
standing
back
up.
in the hay.
Yes,
true.
sleep stand up as well.
Hey, Ashlyn, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. What gets you going?
So my partner's pretty good all round. He's really fighting the patriarchy norms. But when he cleans the roof gutters, that is like chef's kiss.
Yeah,
That is
wow.
something I will never be doing.
Yes.
Like when he's pulling the leaves out, it's like he's sensually like kissing your neck kind of vibes.
What a guy.
Oh.
And so what
Look at the
happens?
gutters. Oh.
What happens from there, Ashlyn? I don't want to get too detailed and personal,
well,
but
hang on.
like, are you storing it? Does he know what it does to you, or do you just sort of keep it to yourself?
Look, I'll just say they're not the only gutters that get cleaned.
Oh, yes! There we go. we got there. Yes, Ashlyn. Yes. That is exactly what we're talking
Is
about.
that what you were fishing for? You happy now, Dal?
I don't know what I was fishing for. Goodness gracious, there is a solid message in all of this, though, as well, for the guys out there.
Yeah.
Get working on your domestic duties.
Exactly.
What I've always wondered is the particular types of music that you listen to.
Yeah.
Whether that sort of determines what sort of person you are.
Yeah.
Like if there's some kind of link with your personality, your music preferences.
Yep.
And it turns out it is, thanks to a study done by the New York Post. Multiple studies have revealed the personality traits linked with various music genres. And when you think about it, it probably makes sense, doesn't it?
Sure does.
So this particular piece of research looked at 80,000 music fans and 50 famous musicians, and the fans were then asked to give personality ratings for the public person of each artist. Those who enjoyed top 40 songs are more likely to be an agreeable person.
Okay.
Just sort of bop along.
Just happy people who like pop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And while you'd probably expect that people who listen to extreme heavy metal about violence to be precisely that, it turns out that they are no more likely to be violent themselves. They just find pure joy in the music.
Okay, really?
Here's some interesting stats, though. The study revealed that psychopaths are more likely to enjoy retro rap, including classic songs like Eminem. This song in particular, Lose Yourself. But also, No Diggity.
What?
You love this song, you psychopath. Oh my God. It's starting to make complete sense now, isn't it?
Oh, not really.
The study also found that people who enjoyed Sia's Titanium and the Knack's My Sharona were the least likely to be psychopathic. And that makes so much sense. You're just a fun guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're just a fun person if you like My Sharona. And guess what? Titanium. South Australian represent.
Yep.
Of course you like it. You're a good, non-psychopathic person.
It's good, isn't it? This is just to like get you up and about. I can achieve anything. I can run through a brick wall type vibe.
Big time. Big time. No psychopathic vibes about that. This isn't part of the study. It's my own study.
Oh.
That if you like this particular song, though,
From the top, make it drop. That's so wet. That's so wet. Now get
it turns out you're just a flat-out dirty bird.
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke. A joke. That's a terrible joke.
It's the redemption tour.
Yeah.
Because the feedback from last week was raw, honest, brutal,
Yeah.
and really confronting.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the common theme was be better.
Yeah.
And
Just be better.
So they've poked the bear with me because now I'm just going to go 0 to 100 and just do a really dirty one.
And newsreader Abby, who is just the absolute virtuoso in this space, is going to accept not feedback like that. So, how are you feeling?
I cried all last week.
Yeah.
I got home and just bawled my eyes out.
And that was before the joke off.
Yeah. My parents sat me down and said, Abby, for God's sakes, be better. The people of Adelaide have spoken.
Yeah, we need you.
Yeah.
We need you in this space to excel.
All right, ladies.
Yep.
It's on us to be better this time round. Do you want me to kick things off?
Yeah. Go on then. Go
Okay,
on.
Here we go. Hey, what did the elephant say to the naked man?
What did he say?
He said it's cute, but can it pick up peanuts? I have no idea what it means. I have no idea what that joke
Yeah,
is.
no, it's gone over my head, to be honest.
Completely over my head.
Let's go, Abs.
Oh, I'm next. That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. A mum and her son were sitting in the living room. And the son says to the mum, "Hey, Mum, I know like I'm a boy, but did you want a girl or a boy?" And she replies, "Honey, I just wanted a back rub."
It's good. I like it.
Little accidental baby. Who else has been in that space? Put your hand up.
Yeah. 4 times. 4 times.
Well, my hand's not up. We're the only one with kids. I don't just get 4 times. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
So, Hazy and Abby, 3 women are sitting on a park bench. So a man in a trench coat comes up and he flashes them. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
The first woman had a stroke, keeled over.
Oh.
The second woman had a stroke. And the third woman couldn't quite reach.
You understand, Abs? You understand? So what's happening here, Abby?
I just got
So, well, what do you mean a stroke? Is this particular type of stroke contagious? What's it?
Jody Oddie goes bang.
Yeah, I know.
You've won this week. That was a good one.
Oh, I've been cooped up all morning in the house. I just needed to get that out.
And apparently that's an original. You wrote that.